Hello class 9th, I am Ashok, your English teacher, once again present with a new video for you. Today I will discuss the remaining text of the chapter number 3 of the book Beehive, The Little Girl. This is second part. In the first part we had read about Kezia and her point of view about her father. She was afraid of her father because of his nature and physique. Her grandmother suggested her to make a pincushion for her father to present as a birthday gift. But when she did so, she stuffed the cushion with the pieces of paper. These paper were very important because it was a speech prepared by her father to give at Port Authority. When she was asked about the paper, she admitted that she had taken those papers to stuff into the cushion. She tried to convince her mother, but it was in vain. She was presented to her father. Now let's read the next part. And she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, hands behind his back. Well, he said sharply. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the child. Did you do that? No, she whispered. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damned thing. See, that's the child's put to bed this instant. So, difficult word here in this text is damned thing, used to express anger at something. So, in this part of the text, we read that Kezia's father is full of tension as his important document has been lost. Kezia has torn it into pieces. Now, Kezia will be scolded for the mischief that she has done. Now, why is Kezia's father referring to the cushion that she has prepared as a damned thing? Because he is angry at the cushion because Kezia has torn his important document to prepare it. Now he is very angry with Kezia and he stared at her and asked her if she had torn the papers. Kezia was so scared that she was again stammering. And then Kezia's father ordered mother to go and bring that cushion downstairs and asked her to put Kezia to bed at that very moment. Now let's read the next part. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room, watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hands. I am going to beat you for this, he said. Oh no, no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. Sit up, he ordered, and hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you, what it was for your birthday gift. Down came the ruler on her little pink palms. So, in this part of the text, there are certain words which may be difficult for you. Let us discuss those words. Shadowed room. Shadowed room means that as it was dark, there was a light outside the room which was making shadows in the room. A sad little pattern here refers to the sad atmosphere in the room. Bedclothes refers to the sheets, the top sheets that you cover yourself when you are sleeping. So these were some difficult words. Now let us discuss what was there in this part of the text. Kezia wanted to justify her action as she was innocent. She did not mean to harm her father. She was just preparing a surprise birthday gift for him. Kezia was very sad. She had been happy that she had prepared a surprise for her father and he would like it, but on the other hand, she had accidentally committed a disaster. Now he is about to punish Kezia for the wrong act she has done. Kezia's father told her that he would beat her with the ruler. Kezia was so scared that she tried to hide under the sheets. Now, here we come to know that why Kezia's father was being strict with her. Why was he punishing her? Because he wanted Kezia to know this thing once for all, that she should not touch that thing that does not belong to her. He wanted to teach her this thing so that it benefited in her future life. Right now, she was a small child. She did not know what was important and what was not important. That is why, unknowingly, she has torn the important documents of her father. And so, he was punishing her. He did not want to harm Kezia. What he wanted that Kezia should know that in future she should not touch anything that does not belong to her. Kezia tried to explain her position. She said that she had been preparing a birthday gift for her father and had to stuff it with something. She just tore the pages to stuff them into the cushion. She was trying to explain to him that she was just preparing a birthday gift for him. She wanted to give him a surprise. She did not want to tear his important documents, but Kezia's father did not listen to her excuses. Kezia's father hit the palms of her hand with a ruler. So this was there in this part of the text. Now let us read the next part. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. What did God make fathers? She sobbed. Here's a clean hanky, darling. Blow your nose. Go to sleep. Pat, you will forget all about it in the morning. I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. What the child never forgot. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. So in this part of the word, only one word is there which may be difficult for you. Clung word. Clung means to attach yourself to something. Kezia was so afraid. She had got beating. Her father had hit her small little palms with the ruler, and many hours later her grandmother wrapped her in a shawl and was trying to pacify her. She made her sit in her lap on a rocking chair, and she was trying to put Kezia to sleep. And Kezia clung to her grandmother. So Kezia was still not comfortable. She was crying and she said that God should not have made fathers. She hated her father. She was so innocent. She did not know what wrong she had done. She was just preparing a gift for him. She was heartbroken as he did not understand her and said that God should not have made fathers. Now, Kezia's grandmother was trying to pacify her. She gave her a handkerchief to blow her nose in it and go to sleep. She added that by morning Kezia would forget the beating. Kezia tried to justify herself. She said that she was trying to explain to him the reason for tearing the sheets of paper, what he was not ready to listen to her. So again, we see that the little child was so innocent. She did not realize that her father hit her to teach her a lesson, so that she did not touch anything that did not belong to her. Now, Kezia's grandmother, had told her to go to sleep and that by morning she would forget the beating that her father gave her. But Kezia never forgot the beating that she had got. Whenever she saw her father approaching, she would keep her hands behind her back because she felt that maybe he would hit her again, and a red color flew into her cheeks. Whenever she saw her father, she got scared and her cheeks got full of red color because of anger. So, this was there in this part of the text. Now, let us read the next part. The McDonalds lived next door. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag in the evening. The father with the baby Mao on his shoulders, two little girls hanging on to his coat pockets, ran round and round the flower beds, shaking with laughter. Once she saw the boys turn the house on him, and he tried to catch them laughing all the time. Then it was she decided there were different sorts of fathers. Suddenly, one day, mother became ill, and she and grandmother went to hospital. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice, the cook. It was all right in the daytime. So, in this part of the word, there are certain words which may be difficult for you. Tag word is there. Tag means a children's game of catching one another. Another word is there. No word is there which may be difficult there. So let us discuss what was there in this part of the text. Here the writer tells us about Kezia's neighbors. Her neighbors were a family named McDonalds. In all, the McDonalds had 5 children, and Kezia would peep at them through a hole in the fence. She would see that the family had a lot of fun. They played a game called tag. So, all the children, along with their father, would have a lot of fun. Mr. McDonald would make his little baby Mao sit on his shoulders, and the two little daughters that he had, they would hang on to his coat pockets. So all the children were so much attached to their father. They loved him so much that they would stick to him, and then they would run around the garden, around the flower beds, and they would laugh and laugh and laugh only. Kezia also wanted to have such fun with her father, and she missed it. One day, she saw that the little sons of Mr. McDonald's opened the hose on him. They opened the water pipe and tried to make him wet, but Mr. McDonald was not angry with them. He tried to catch them and he was laughing. This was very strange for Kezia because her father was just the opposite of Mr. McDonald. Now, when Kezia saw Mr. McDonald, she realized that he was quite opposite to her father. She felt that God had made various kinds of fathers. One day, Kezia's mother fell ill, so she was taken to the hospital, and the grandmother also went along with her. Now, Kezia was all alone at home with the cook. The name of the cook is Alice. Now, Kezia was fine during the day, but at night, something going to happen. We will read in the next part of the text. But while Alice was putting her to bed, she grew suddenly afraid. What will I do if I have a nightmare? She asked. I often have nightmares, and then Granny takes me into her bed. I can't stay in the dark. It all gets whispery. You just go to sleep, child, said Alice, pulling off her socks, and don't you scream and wake your poor pa. So in this part of the text, we have one word which may be difficult for you: nightmare. Nightmare means a bad dream. Now let us discuss what was there in this part of the text. Kezia asked Alice that if she had a bad dream, what would she do all alone? Kezia explained to Alice that whenever she had nightmares, she would go to her grandmother and she would sleep with her. So she said that she could not stay all alone in the dark because she would be scared. She could hear different kinds of whispering sounds, which made her feel that there was someone around her. So Kezia's father was sleeping in the next room, and Alice told Kezia to sleep quietly. She removed Kezia's socks and asked her not to scream. She warned her not to scream and wake her father, but Kezia was helpless. So this was there in this part of the text. Now let us see the next part. What the same old nightmare came, the watcher with a knife and a rope, who came nearer and nearer, smiling that dreadful smile, while she could not move, could only stand still, crying out, "Grandma, Grandma." She woke shivering to see father beside her bed, a candle in his hand. "What's the matter?" he said. So in this part of the text, one word is there, butcher. Butcher is a person who cuts animals who for meat. So now this is a nightmare that Kezia had often seen in her dreams. She would see a butcher. This butcher would hold a big knife, a huge butcher's knife, and a rope, and he would approach Kezia. He had a dreadful smile on his face, and once Kezia would see him, she would feel that she was unable to move. She was so much scared of him. She was terrified to see this butcher, and in her sleep, Kezia cried out for help. She called for her grandmother. When Kezia woke up, she was shivering, she was trembling, and she saw that her father was standing next to her bed and he was holding a candle in his hand. So Kezia's father had heard her screams, and he had heard that Kezia was calling for grandmother, and he had come to help her. Now he asked Kezia what was the matter, why she was screaming. "Oh, a watcher, a knife, I want Granny." He blew out the candle, went down, and caught up the child in his arms, carrying her along the passage to the big bedroom. A newspaper was on the bed. He put away the paper, then carefully tucked up the child. He lay down beside her, half asleep, still with the butcher's smile all about her, it seemed. She crept close to him, snuggled her head under his arm, held tightly to his shirt. So here two or three words are there which may be difficult for you. Tucked up. Tucked up means covered up nicely in bed. Snuggled means moved into a warm, comfortable position close to another person. So in this part of the text we read that Kezia was still scared of the nightmare. She said that there was a butcher, he was holding a dreadful knife, and she wanted her grandmother. So here we can see the affection that Kezia's father has for her. He blew the candle off, he lifted her and carried her to his bedroom. Kezia's father lay her in his bed next to him and covered her with the top sheets. Now Kezia felt her father's affection, and so she went close to him. She snuggled herself towards her father, and she held his shirt tightly so that she would not feel scared again. And now Kezia had overcome her her father, fear of her father, sorry. Now once again Kezia was with her father. She was no longer afraid. He asked Kezia to rub her feet against his legs so that they became warm. This will be read in the next part. So let us see the next part. Then the dark did not matter. She lay still. Her rub your feet against my legs and get them warm, said father. Tired out, He slept before the little girl. A funny feeling came over her. Poor father, not so big after all, and with no one to look after him. He was harder than grandmother, but it was a nice hardness, and every day he had to walk and was too tired to be Mr. MacDonald. She had torn up all his beautiful writings. She stirred suddenly and sighed. "What's the matter?" asked her father. "Another dream." "Oh," said the little girl. "My head's on your heart. I can hear it going. What a big heart you have got, father dear." So, in this part of the text, we read that Kezia was with her father. She was no longer afraid. He asked Kezia to rub her feet against his legs so that they become warm. Now, here Kezia realizes her mistake and she had affection towards her father. She felt that her father was a poor man. He worked so hard. He was not so big as she found him to be earlier. Now she felt that her father was a poor man who worked very hard, and so he got so tired that he went off to sleep and did not play with her like Mr. MacDonald did with his children. But Kezia felt that her father's heart was also full of love for her. She realizes that she has torn up his important documents, the speech that he had written, and all this realization makes her take a deep breath. She realizes that she had been wrong, and that's why her father had beaten her. He had been so strict with her. Although Kezia's father was asleep, he heard her sigh. He heard the sound that Kezia made, and he asked her what the matter was. Was she again watching a bad dream? Kezia replied to her father that she had placed her head on her father's heart and she could hear his heart beat. And she complimented her father that he had a big heart. So Kezia is showing her love for her father as she had realized that her father also loved her. So this was the text. Now see, these are the word meanings which we already have gone through. You can write these words meaning in your notebooks. This is homework. Summarize the discussed part of the text. Note down the words meanings. Do complete the textual question as per your understanding of the story. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.